He's one of the most successful pop stars of his generation, a global icon with millions of fans, record-breaking albums, and a seemingly perfect life. But behind the flashing cameras and sold-out arenas, Justin Bieber's journey tells a very different story. A story of innocence lost, battles with addiction, emotional struggles, and the heavy price of fame. This is the dark side of Justin Bieber. Before, after, and now. Before, the innocent rise. Justin Bieber, born March 1st, 1994 in Stratford, Ontario, was raised by his single mother, Patty Millette. From a young age, he showed strong musical talent and passion. In the early 2000s, he posted simple, heartfelt cover videos on YouTube, which eventually caught the attention of music manager Scooter Braun. Scooter Braun was instantly impressed by Justin Bieber's talent and determination, even though many in the music industry were skeptical. He brought Justin to Atlanta, where Usher, a well-known R&B artist, took him under his wing and helped guide him through the challenges of the music world. At just 15 years old, Justin signed a record deal and quickly captured the public's attention with his debut single One Time. His first album, My World, went multi-platinum, and Justin became a household name. With his charm, powerful voice, and relatable innocence, he became the quintessential teen idol, filling arenas and appearing on countless magazine covers and TV shows. The price of early success. However, beneath the surface, Justin's sudden rise was far from easy. The transition from a regular kid to a global superstar brought with it intense pressures. He was constantly surrounded by cameras, forced to grow up in public, and expected to maintain an image that was often at odds with his real self. In interviews, Justin admitted to feeling isolated despite the adoration. He once said, "It was hard for me being that young and in the industry, not knowing where to turn, everyone telling me they love me, then turning their backs." His early success came with a heavy emotional toll. The innocence and joy of making music were slowly overshadowed by the demands of fame and the expectations placed on him. The fall and struggles, the shift from innocence to controversy. As Justin moved into his late teens and early 20s, the media narrative began to shift. The boy next door image faded, replaced by headlines about partying, arrests, and personal struggles. The public began to see a very different Justin Bieber, one struggling with the pressures that fame had imposed. The bad boy label stuck, often reinforced by tabloids and paparazzi eager for sensational stories. But behind the wild nights and rebellious behavior was a young man wrestling with his own pain. Justin's relationship with substances began early. In candid interviews, he admitted to smoking weed regularly starting at just 13 years old. "The first time I smoked weed was in my backyard here. Got super stoned and realized I liked it a lot," he said. His use of marijuana soon escalated into dependency, and he later experimented with harder substances, including lean, a dangerous concoction of prescription cough syrup mixed with soda, popularized in hip-hop culture. The consequences were serious. Justin was arrested multiple times, including a high-profile DUI charge in Miami. Footage of him driving erratically and confrontations with police surfaced online, shocking fans and fueling negative media coverage. Despite his denials of heavy drug use, the signs of addiction were clear to those close to him. Public controversies and emotional turmoil. Justin's controversies extended beyond substance use. Old videos of him performing a racist parody resurfaced, igniting widespread backlash and forcing him to apologize publicly. His relationships, particularly with singer Selena Gomez, were heavily scrutinized, with allegations of emotional abuse and infidelity. Friends and insiders described Justin as emotionally unstable during this time, someone who struggled to maintain control over his life amid the relentless pressure and judgment. He was spotted partying late into the night, often intoxicated, and in some cases wandering into dangerous neighborhoods far removed from the glamorous image his team sought to project. The family legacy and emotional roots. Justin's struggles did not arise in a vacuum. His mother, Patty Millette, herself battled addiction and emotional pain during her youth. She openly shared her experiences with drug use and the trauma she endured, which included pressure to have an abortion and self-medicating with drugs to numb her pain. This familial history created a cycle of emotional challenges that deeply impacted Justin's upbringing. The pain and unresolved trauma of one generation often influenced the next, and Justin's path reflected this harsh reality. The turbulent relationship with Selena Gomez. One of the most public and emotionally charged aspects of Justin's after period was his on-again, off-again relationship with Selena Gomez. Their romance spanned nearly a decade, drawing intense media attention. Though they appeared deeply in love at times, their relationship was fraught with difficulties. Selena later described it as emotionally abusive, and both spoke candidly about the emotional toll it took on them. Justin reflected on love differently than most, saying, "Love is a choice. It's not a feeling. People have made it seem like it's a fairy tale." The ups and downs of their relationship became a public spectacle. A teenage dream turned into a cautionary tale. The path to healing, facing the darkness. By 2019, Justin Bieber began to openly confront the demons that had haunted him for years. He admitted to making terrible decisions, breaking relationships, and lacking the life skills that money couldn't buy. He spoke about his mental health struggles, including suicidal thoughts during his lowest moments. "There were times where I was really down," he revealed. His message to fans was clear. Vulnerability is strength. If you're feeling lonely, talk about it. Say it out loud. There's freedom in that. This openness marked a turning point in Justin's public narrative, a shift from denial and deflection to acceptance and healing. Building stability, marriage, and faith. Today, Justin is married to Hailey Baldwin, now Hailey Bieber, a relationship that has brought stability and support into his life. Their marriage is often cited as a cornerstone of his renewed focus on mental health and personal growth. Alongside his marriage, Justin has embraced faith, speaking frequently about how spirituality helps him cope with the pressures of fame and past mistakes. He credits his faith as a guiding light through his darkest times, ongoing challenges, and growth. Though progress has been made, Justin acknowledges that the path to healing is ongoing. Fame's scars don't disappear overnight, and the music industry continues to present challenges. However, his willingness to be vulnerable, seek help, and rebuild relationships demonstrates resilience. Justin's story now serves as both a cautionary tale and an inspiring example of personal redemption. It highlights the complexity of fame, the dazzling highs, the devastating lows, and the ongoing fight for peace. Justin Bieber's life is a compelling narrative of talent, pressure, failure, and recovery. His Justin Bieber's life story highlights the challenges behind fame: talent, pressure, failure, and recovery. Beyond the headlines and scandals, he is a person seeking healing and normalcy. It's important to look past sensationalism and understand the real struggles stars face. If Justin's journey resonates, remember that no one is immune to hardship. If you or someone you know is struggling with addiction, mental health, or loneliness, don't hesitate to reach out and seek help. There is strength in being vulnerable. Thank you for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe for more real stories behind the headlines.